What?
I don't really know what's next. Run!
Go, 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 go! Ah! Oh my god! Hair, or the head or something attached to it.
The scariest part of a backcountry camping encounter isn't being alone, it's realizing you aren't. From shadow figures stalking your van to infrared cameras catching unexplainable orbs near a crash site. What happens when the woods tell you to run? On May 14th, 2026, the YouTube channel Jasko Vlogs uploaded a video documenting another wild camping trip and paranormal investigation in the northeastern United States. This time, Jasko and his friend Chris drove their camper van into a forest locals call Death Hollow, a place connected to stories of satanic rituals, multiple murders, and disappearances stretching back more than a century. Even people at a nearby pizza place warned them that going there was a terrible idea, but they went in anyway.
Scariest, our craziest camping trip yet. So we brought out the camper van and we're out in this forest that locals call Death Hollow. It's a pretty damn horrifying location. I've already been here a couple of nights ago with my friend Ben. The first time I came here was actually on Friday the 13th. And it was so disturbing, so horrifying that we had to leave by 11 p.m. That is a record of how early we left a haunted location or just a forest in general. I begged my friend Chris for a second chance because I wanted to really try and stay here the night. We brought the camper. We figured we're gonna try to give it our best go.
Less than 10 minutes after entering the woods, Chris suddenly stopped and pointed towards something beside the trail. In the ground was a grave marker, with a name still carved into the stone. The person had died only a few years earlier. What made the discovery even stranger was that their spirit box had already produced that same name twice before they ever saw the marker. Neither of them knew it was there.
Whatever. Wrong. Okay. I tried.
Yo.
Yo.
Brother.
You see something?
Deceased.
It just said deceased.
I mean, I don't know if this is what it looks like, kind of.
What am I? Oh. Oh, it says something right there. Hold on. Peace.
I have not.
There's no fucking way.
Wait.
No.
Hold on. I'm pausing this. Ben? Is this someone's grave? Wait. Why? We're on like a trail, bro.
No, there's no way. No, we're, like you said, there's no way.
Ben?
Maybe it's like a marker.
Ben, come closer. May 6th to February 24th, 1988 to 2021.
Okay.
Oh my God. Why is this in the ground though?
Okay. It could be like, maybe someone died here in this trail and this is like a marker.
Could be.
And then maybe, I don't know, the makeshift cross someone put there as like a...
Dude, I'm sorry, my heart rate's like, or my heart's pounding out of my chest right now. We were just talking about the cemetery. There's no way I think anyone is buried here, obviously. This is a trail.
Right.
You know, unless something bad happened on this trail. Is there a name? Hold on. Is this just another rock? Okay.
I was gonna say, I thought it was a piece maybe of it.
Oh no, this is big thing. There's flowers on here. Ben, there's a name.
What is it?
I can't see it. Hold on.
What is that?
What? Ben?
What?
There's a heart. Hold
What's
on.
the name?
My fingers are... Whoa. It says Lauren, and then in parentheses it says Lily, and then the last name starts with an H, but I can't see. The rest is like faded.
There's something, either an animal or something.
Lily, are you here with us? Look at that though. It's not disrespectful if we're just trying to, no?
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, girl.
Deceased girl, okay.
Wait. Okay, so 1988 to 2021. Bro, that's so fucking recent. I can't math right now.
I don't understand.
Oh, it's me neither, honestly, at this point. 12 plus 21 is 33. 33. The name is carved into that.
It is, yes. It's way too much to...
Overdose.
Ben, what's behind you? What is behind you right now? That sounds like something just stepped right behind you.
I felt that, Ben.
Oh my God.
Okay, now we're just jumping ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's literally what I'm known for.
Maybe... Did it say stop that?
Stop them.
Correct.
Holy shit, okay.
And the timing left them completely shaken. Later, back inside the van, they began reading the forest's folklore out loud. That was when the atmosphere changed. As they spoke, something seemed to react from outside. A loud Heavy impact landed directly on the roof of the van. Both of them froze. Then it happened again, even louder, this time against the window. They had no clear explanation for what could be striking the van from outside.
The luring dolls. In the heart of Death Hollow, abandoned toys and dolls can be found scattered amongst the underbrush. According to the... Okay, maybe I didn't like this story.
What the hell was that?
Ben? I don't know, it'd be that guy, but it literally sounds like someone's like walking on top of the van. There's no way.
The door's locked.
They are now. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Should we?
No, okay, we did it. We did it. We're open. We're on.
Hello?
Oh, shit.
Bro, it sounded like somebody just hit this, like right here.
No, yeah, I heard it.
Trying to see if there's any signs of footsteps or anything, footprints, sorry.
Deeper into the forest that night, they found clothing hanging from the branches of a fallen tree. Nearby, there was a bag lying on the ground. Inside were photographs of a family, with no names written on the back and no obvious reason for why they had been left there. Standing in the dark with pictures of strangers in his hands, Jasko struggled to process what they had found. By that point, they had already been hearing screams in the woods.
See? Wait.
It is denim.
It is denim, right?
That's the most squarely folded pair of pants I've ever seen.
Photos.
I
no.
think we need to get going.
Bro. Photos. Oh, what the hell? Look in there. What is that?
I don't know. All here's the dogs that are coming after us.
Oh my god.
What do you think that goes to, bro? Is this something we can take to the Vam's house?
Yeah, I'm not... Whoa. Chris?
We should probably go into those dogs are not far. Well, don't.
I'll show you these.
The hell?
Look at that. I'm gonna blur this next page. This is a little personal.
Oh my god, dude.
Guys, we are deep in the forest. We heard scream. There's clothes hanging from the branches of a fallen tree, and we find pictures of a family. Wait. Maybe there's a date on the back of the photos?
Might be.
Oh! Bro?
You don't.
I'm gonna just show this to you off screen.
Oh my, dude. That is insane.
Hold on. Bro, I'm sick to my stomach right now. There's no date on these photos. Look at this one, for example. Nothing on the back.
Nothing.
Listen, I'm gonna...
It's gotta be old.
What else is in this bag? Those coyotes are getting close, aren't they?
Yes. I don't know, bring it if you want. We can always throw out the
Do
window
I
or
want
something.
to? You know what, maybe, bro, we could
You don't
figure...
want to litter in the forest, right? Or is that supposed to be left here for a reason?
Something, we could call this in, if anything, and we could just leave it in their hands. Be like,
Well,
hey,
let's go
listen.
through it all and make sure for it.
Right now?
In the van.
Okay. Yeah.
If you want. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with the coyotes out here.
I don't think it's anything nice. Do you just want to see the tombstone quick? It's right here.
If it's not far, dude, I'm not trying to get eaten alive tonight. The dogs are literally coming up.
Probationers.
Probationers? What does that even mean? It had to have been like right here somewhere.
I don't know if I want to walk this far right now.
It's right there. But you're right. After this, I promise you we'll go home. Or not go home, but to a campsite. I just really want your opinion on this.
Then the spirit box produced 2 words that made the situation feel even worse. Walk away. They had already found several grave markers, and the device kept giving them strange words that seemed to match the fear building around them. The more they stayed, the less safe it felt. Eventually, the combination of the graves, the noises, and the unexplained messages pushed them back toward the van.
Oh my god.
Look.
Smell.
May 6th to February 21st. Bro,
away.
1988,
Let's walk away. Let's listen to it.
2021.
Right?
Let's get the fuck out of
That's
here.
fucking weird.
Okay,
What is that?
I will keep. Just cut this way, cut this way. I don't even want to fucking... Dude, I don't know. Should we bring this with us? Like what?
I want to see those pictures. I want to actually look at them and see what, like, if there's anything there.
Okay.
You don't have to. But...
No, you're 100% right. Dude, the keys, like what could...
What could that go to?
When they were finally close to sleeping, another sound came from the van door. It sounded like something was trying to get inside from the outside. Jasko looked out the window and saw what appeared to be a full shadow figure standing right beside the van.
Did you hear that?
Is that what I think it was? Someone trying to get in the van right now?
What the f? What the f? What the? What the? No, 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 no. Yo, let's get the out of here.
Let's start driving, huh? Please.
I gotta move all this. I gotta move all this. Yo, what was that? What was that?
Who's that?
Yo, I just seen something out there.
Within seconds, they started the vehicle and drove out of Death Hollow in the dark. As they left, they looked behind them and noticed a light in the distance. For a moment, it seemed like someone might have been following them, but then the light disappeared. That is the difficult thing about sleeping in a place you do not know. You never really know what is already outside until the lights go out.
My heart is like beating out of my fucking chest. Bro, I'm telling you, I seen something when I looked out the window. It was like a full-on shadow figure, bro. Hold, can I see this for a second? I'm telling you, dude, it is so scary out here. Like, this is all you see for miles and miles. I'm sorry, I didn't even realize how you're sitting. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Whoa! Did you see that? Did you see that?
No, I'm sitting backwards. How the fuck am I supposed to see it?
Bro, there was... Hold on. That reflector right there, no, that's a reflector. Something just passed in front of it, walked in front of it, on God, on 2 feet.
You know what? I think I like seeing right this way. I'm just gonna look out the back window. Oh, light. There's a light back there. Yeah, look in your mirror. Oh, where did it go?
Wait,
what the fuck? That was so weird. It looked like someone was like going towards us, like following us. And now it's gone.
Okay, listen, guys. I'm sorry that it's gonna end like this. I can't take this anymore. I don't care. We tried our best. My second time.
What?
I'm just gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys next time. I literally, before I even fucking, I'm gonna lose my mind, Chris. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh.
What?
One simple explanation is that forests can distort almost everything at night. Sounds bounce between trees, shadows stretch in strange ways, and small movements can feel much larger when your mind is already on edge. But when several strange things happen one after another, it becomes harder to ignore the feeling that something out there wanted them gone. Was Death Hollow only playing tricks on their fear? Or did they leave just before something worse happened? She entered the swamp looking for signs of something unknown. But before the night was over, the danger she could see became just as unsettling as the danger she could not. On May 2nd, 2026, the creator behind Lisa's escapades, unsettling, based outdoor research channel focused on wilderness observation and possible cryptid activity, entered a thick section of cypress swamp in Green Swamp, Florida. Her work often uses audio recorders and long-term field monitoring to study signs that could be linked to Sasquatch activity, and she described this area as a strong location for that kind of research. From the beginning, there were signs that wildlife had been active nearby. One of the first things she noticed was a feeding spot where a raccoon had hollowed out an orange. As she moved farther into ground she had not explored before, the terrain became harder to cross. The swamp floor grew more unstable beneath her feet, while thick cypress stumps crowded the path, making the route tighter, slower, and more physically demanding.
I just thought I heard something. I hear people. That's really weird. I hear some people talking. At least I thought I did. Huh. Oh, I do hear somebody. Look at the size of that tree. Somebody's up here. I hope it ain't somebody that's gonna hurt me. Oh! I think...
At one point, voices could be heard somewhere in the area. They were later identified as two other researchers who were retrieving equipment near the river. That explained the voices. But it also confirmed that this remote section of the swamp was being studied by more than one group at the same time, deeper in the swamp.
Were those sticks there when you guys came through earlier? Just one of them was?
Last time we were here, there was just the one. Now there's two.
Because this was, I wanted to take it. It was really straight.
Is it down in the ground? Oh no. Hikers probably. Maybe I'll use it. Yeah, I'll use it and then leave it. It's a nice stick. Man, there's a lot of cypress stumps out here. That looks like an accident waiting to happen. Look at them all. You trip over one of those, you'll know it. There's trails all going through here. What was that, a gator? That area over there I think is pretty big. This ground...
She came across an abandoned fish camp and a hunting blind. The area looked like it had been used in the past. But even though it was empty, it still carried the feeling of a place that had not been fully left behind. The tension increased when a large alligator was seen close to her pack, reminding her that the swamp itself was dangerous.
Thought I just saw some eye shine over here, but I don't see it now. So this is what my fairy lights look like in my truck at nighttime. You see I got everything closed except for the... Yeah, pretty comfortable. And I made this like wedge to go into my head, and now my back doesn't hurt, so I'm happy. There's a big old gator right there. That's his eyes and his nose.
No matter what else might be out there. Later, a second large alligator surfaced near the camp. Some of the movement around the area now had a clear explanation, but not everything did. The altered structures, the isolated setting, and the repeated feeling of being watched created a strange overlap between natural danger and details that still felt unresolved. Swamps can make that kind of feeling much stronger. Sound does not always travel in a straight line through thick trees, water, and uneven ground, so voices or movement can seem closer or farther away than they really are. In a place like that, even normal wildlife can feel strange when you cannot see exactly where it is coming from. By the end, the most unsettling part was not one single moment, but how everything kept stacking together. The voices had an explanation, the alligators were real, and the old camp had probably been there for years. But when a place keeps giving you reasons to feel watched, how do you know which fear is only the swamp and which one is not? Some forests feel empty until you notice something is already there. For Angelo, it started with a black van, strange sounds, and a trail of objects that looked far too personal. On November 3rd, 2023, YouTuber Angelo from Exploring with Angelo went back to a large forest in Canada to start filming a new Randonautica series. He had been to this area before, but this time, the woods felt different from the beginning. Near the entrance, a black van was idling at the trailhead, making the place feel tense before the hike even started. As the sun began to drop, Angelo pushed deeper into the brush. Then, strange rhythmic sounds started echoing from the trees behind him. They did not sound like normal animals. They felt more like something moving in a pattern, almost as if it were copying the sound of human movement.
Just cold so far. What the hell was that? That was a really weird sound. Is there somebody behind me? They're coming down the trail making some weird sounds. I don't see anything.
Soon, the forest began giving up disturbing objects. Angelo found a jar filled with a foamy liquid, followed by a doll's head surrounded by hair ties and clumps of what appeared to be real human hair. The items did not look random. They looked placed, as if someone had left them there for a reason.
What the hell is that? What am I looking at right now? Looks like you? Dude, there's like hair or the head or something attached to it. Or maybe not. But there's no head. Okay, that's really creepy.
The situation grew darker near the creek. Angelo discovered a 4x6 photo and a letter. The writing claimed that someone named Jack had gotten in the way and had been forced to pay the price.
What the hell? Who the hell are these people? Okay, that's creepy. I don't like finding photos of people in the forest. Mainstays, 4x6 inch. Oh crap. Jack got in my way, so I got in his way. The way of my way is clear. I will not stand for anyone standing in my way. I told her how much I loved her and want her. I think she got a little scared. I know I'm ugly, but I love you. I also keep hearing something down there. I told her Jack was in the effing way.
As the light continued to fade, Angelo spotted a figure dressed in all black watching from the shadows. Then a distant, high-pitched scream cut through the forest. At that point, it seemed less like he had simply found strange objects, and more like he was being circled by someone nearby.
F it, that's why. Alright, we've got some signage down here. think I just saw somebody. What the hell was that? Looked like somebody in all black. Hello? Oh yeah, look at that. Damn, there's a trail. I don't know, I feel like this could be a trap. I just saw somebody down there. We heard weird noises. Very weird items connected to other things that we found.
He rushed back toward his car, but the unsettling discoveries were not over. On a tree, he found a new notebook that had not been there before. Inside, the handwriting appeared to match the earlier letter. The pages included rambling lines about filling all 59 pages and taking a girl named Jen North.
About it. It's empty. What is that? Some random notebook. 59 pages. What? Must fill all 59 pages. I'm still sorry. I'm still sorry. I'm so sorry. This looks like the exact same writing as what we found on the picture. Okay, well, I'm gonna get in the car. This was not here when we started.
Then the black van slowly pulled back onto the road, watching from the darkness. Angelo locked his doors and sat there shaken as the pieces began to feel less like coincidence.
Okay, it's getting a little bit, chilly out there, and I feel like I'm kind of starting to sweat. I'd also like to point out that van is gone. At least as far as I could tell, I did not see it. So the van is gone. The bag was hanging there off of that sign or tree or whatever.
By the end, the most disturbing part was not just the figure, the scream, or the van. It was the feeling that he may have walked into the middle of something real, and that someone did not want him there. In the remote area, 3 investigators went looking for unexplained lights. What they found near an old crash site made them leave without looking back. On December 28, 2024, the YouTube channel Chris Baird uploaded a haunted camping and ghost hunting video from a place most people would avoid. In this case, Chris, his friend Jasko, and CJ Faison headed into the New Jersey Pine Barrens while searching for the mysterious drones that had been reported across the Northeast. Their trip eventually led them deep into the forest, to a plane crash memorial, where it felt like something was already waiting for them. At the crash site, they began using infrared night vision binoculars to scan the area. Through the equipment, they started seeing orbs and balls of light moving through the sky, even though none of it was visible to the naked eye. The infrared device seemed to be detecting something giving off a type of light that human eyes could not normally see. At the same time, flight radar showed no aircraft in the area, making the lights even harder to explain.
Holy, I think this is a drone. I actually have these infrared night vision goggles on. I've been following and recording a ball of light.
Chris has got these binoculars that can see infrared very far away.
Does it actually see the treetops? How low is that? Probably 100 feet?
Yeah.
It's at that level. I don't know why. It was like below the trees behind them.
Later, Chris returned from a solo bike ride through the forest and told Jasko that he had seen a light far down the trail. He had ridden toward it because he thought it was them, but it could not have been them, because Jasko and CJ were together the whole time in the opposite direction. That meant the light Chris followed belonged to something or someone else.
Yo, you guys are together?
Yeah, what happened?
I just saw a light down there, probably like 1,000 feet. I thought it was you guys. I swear to God, it's like, it's down this trail somewhere. There's somebody down here. My camera probably picked it up. There's someone down there. I saw a white ball of light someone walked down a trail. I rode by you guys because I was down. I mean, I was straight down and back. I don't know how much time that was. It sounded like someone shot like a 22 or something, like very close to me. I don't know if people were camping, messing around. I heard a gunshot. I literally turned around and left. It wasn't super loud, but it was clearly a gunshot or some kind of firework.
Think about it. That vehicle that was parked over here, it went that way.
Listen. I'm not lying. I swear on everything. There's somebody down here. They're probably halfway down that road, as far as you can see. So if you guys are gonna go in the woods, I would be very careful, because I was like, okay, that's you guys. But I rode for another 30 seconds to a minute before I actually got to you guys, so.
While standing near the plane crash memorial, both of them noticed something at the tree line at the same time. It looked like a tall, still figure watching from the darkness. Because they both saw it together, it was harder to dismiss as one person's imagination. Neither of them could explain what had been standing there.
Okay, things are getting really strange right now. So we just pulled up to the spot, and we legit saw something move. Both of us. It was...
That was huge,
It
too.
was tall. Like, I'm saying 2 feet. I'm not talking no deer.
No, it was massive. I don't know what that could have been. Okay, so I'm probably gonna butcher it, but I know that it has something to do with a plane crashing. We can go check the memorial thing out really quick and read it again.
Okay.
Oh, another car. What the hell?
While they were at the memorial in total darkness, the spirit talker produced one word: run. They continued investigating with the spirit box. But moments later, something suddenly charged out of the dark straight toward them. Both of them sprinted back to the truck without looking back. After they got inside the van, the spirit box produced another phrase. The final moment, it felt almost as if whatever happened there had already been known before it happened.
I'm okay.
So we'd look in the truck for warmth.
Yeah, I'm done.
I don't really know what's next. Run!
Go, 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 go! Ah! Oh my god! Get the fuck out of here!
That might have been an animal or something. What the fuck was that?
The final moments.
Yeah, lock that shit. What the fuck is going on?
You know what's the funniest part? The first moment, it said run. Our final moment was us running.
Just my knee. It hurts so bad.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What the fuck was that, bro?
Oh, there we go.
The map doesn't even know where the hell we are.
There's no clue.
Dude, the service out here is so horrendous. It truly makes you wonder, too, like, if anything did happen to us at one point so deep in this forest, right?
Infrared and night vision equipment can make a scene feel even more unsettling because they show things the human eye cannot easily detect. Sometimes they reveal distant lights, reflections, insects, or movement that would normally stay hidden in the dark. But when those lights appear in a place where radar shows nothing nearby, it becomes much harder to know what was really being captured. By the end, the strange lights, the figure at the tree line, and the warning from the spirit talker all pointed in the same direction. Maybe each moment had a normal explanation on its own, but when they all happened in the same place, at the same memorial, the question becomes much harder to ignore. What were they really being warned to run from? A man was not attacked, robbed, or followed, but what happened right behind his vehicle was enough to make him leave before morning. On January 17th, 2026, the creator behind Ricky Lee HB, a solo van life channel focused on the real experience of living out of a vehicle, shared a story about the dangers of urban stealth camping.
It did not happen in this van. It didn't happen anytime recently. I'm just talking about a time that it happened to me. All right, so I had lived in the Tampa Bay area like a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, right after COVID. I had accepted a job down there. I was working at Lowe's in Pennsylvania. So I had accepted a position at a different Lowe's. I was working at the one that I work at currently in Pennsylvania. Was I? Yeah.
At the time, he was sleeping inside his vehicle in Newport Richey, Florida. The setup was already unsafe before anything happened. Because it was summer in Florida, he had to keep the windows open while he slept. It was not for comfort. It was necessary because of the heat. But that choice created a serious trade-off. He could stay cooler, but he also had less protection around the vehicle. In a high-crime area, that mattered.
And I just get like woken out of nowhere. Pop, pop, pop. And I look out my window and there's a cop on at my window. There's a lot of people that sleep in their cars in this town, so the cops don't usually bother you. And so he's like, "Oh, you're fine. Don't worry. I'm just I have some questions for you. There was a car theft. I'm parked here, like face this way, and then the car behind me was stolen apparently at 11 p.m., whatever, midnight, whatever time it was." So he's like, "Yeah, did you hear anything? Did you see anything?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't. I was asleep at that time, apparently." He says, "You're fine to sleep here. You're good. I just needed to know if you heard anything, seen anything." And I'm like, "Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't see anything." And so that was, it was a weird experience.
What woke him up was a knock. The people at the vehicle turned out to be police. But the reason they were there changed the entire situation. A car had just been stolen directly behind him. It had not happened far away or earlier in the night. It happened right there, while he was asleep inside his own vehicle. The most important part was not the police or even the knock itself. It was the timing. He had been in the same area, under the same conditions, with his windows open and no awareness of what was happening only a few feet away. The only thing separating his vehicle from the stolen one was that whoever took the car had chosen a different target.
I was scared. I was like, what's going to happen to me? Like, I left the safety net of Pennsylvania, where I grew up, to move to Florida by myself. There's no one down there that I knew except for people that worked at Lowe's. I was second guessing my life choices. I missed Bentley. I wanted to see him. I wanted to be with him. I ended up leaving Lowe's to go work for the company that it was the cruise line that ended up going bankrupt and me starting this channel. It was that company that I went to work for. I loved the job. I was a public area cleaner or whatever. I need like 3 more rolls, or like a fat roll of duct tape, because I mean, this is the biggest window.
Sleeping in a vehicle can create a difficult balance between airflow and safety. In hot weather, closed windows can make the inside uncomfortable or even dangerous. But open windows make it easier for outside sounds, people, and risks to get closer. That is why location matters so much in urban stealth camping, especially when the area already feels unsafe. He was lucky enough to wake up only to a police knock, not to someone reaching into his vehicle. But if a car could be stolen right behind him while he slept, how close was he to becoming the next target? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.